What if I tell you there is one question that will be asked in every MBA interview? What if I tell you there is one question, if you don't answer it correctly, it might decrease your chances of getting into your dream B school? If you have read to the description of this video, you must have guessed that question, and that is why MBA. Hi everyone, I am Ahmedabad. I am Ahmedabad graduate, and in this video, I am going to talk about how can you answer this why MBA question in an interview. Okay, let's get started. First, before getting into how can you answer this question, let's try to understand why is this question even asked. Why does MBA interview panel wants to understand from you that why you want to do MBA? There are three reasons. Number one is herd mentality. In India, everyone typically follows a path of engineering and then MBA, or doing some undergraduation and then going for MBA. Now, a lot of times people are not clear what they want to do in life, what is their goal, where do they want to go. And that's when they simply do undergraduation, and just to add a cherry on the cake, they join MBA. This is a herd mentality. Now, MBA interview panel knows this very well. So they want to ensure that whoever they're admitting, they have some motive in life, they have some clarity of thoughts, and they have thought about doing career in MBA. They have thought about that this is what they want to achieve in life, and this is how MBA will help in doing that. So having this clarity of thoughts is very important when you're choosing to do career in management. Now coming to reason number two. The reason number two is how your MBA will look like. Now MBA is not just a one-way communication the way it happens in your undergraduation. If you're doing engineering, you must have seen that there is a professor who delivers a lecture, you're supposed to consume the facts he's telling you, and then you're just supposed to go and exam and write it. But in MBA, the learning is way different than the way it happens in undergraduation. So there might be a lot of focus on your classroom discussions, your peer-to-peer learning, group projects and all. Now this is a very hectic process, and if you want to remain yourself motivated in the entire process, you need to have a very good clarity in your mind that this is why I'm doing MBA. If you're having that clarity, you can also focus on what I want to learn most. How can I prioritize my learnings in MBA? And that gives you a best outcome out of your MBA education. Now coming to third reason, and third reason is your life after MBA. Now wherever you go after your MBA, the journey itself starts from the placement interviews. You will be asked a question that why did you choose this particular career? You're paid 25 lakhs ka fees, and then you've done MBA from IIM. Why was it even necessary? You should have a strong reasoning behind it, because having clarity of your own decisions is a very important metric when you're going for somewhere better. So interview panel wants to make sure that you've thought about doing MBA decision and you have good clarity about and good reason why you're doing MBA, and that is why this question becomes very, very important. Now let's come to how to answer this question. Now this question sounds very easy, right? I mean, why MBA? People will have very simple answer that I have to grow in career, I have to do well in my field, I have to, and most of the people have a reason that, I'm not earning well in my current role, there is no growth opportunity, I don't have a growth opportunity, and that's why I want to do MBA. This is a very genuine reason a lot of people have. But ideally, how should you structure this answer? The answer has to be backed up by your own story. This answer cannot be same for everyone, but this answer can be customized to you based on a common framework that we have. Answering this question is very easy. You have to just think about three sub-questions. Number one, what are you doing currently? Number two, where do you want to go in out? And number three, how MBA will help you achieve that goal. Simple. You have to create story around these three questions. Let's take an example of an IT engineer. Assume any IT engineer who is graduate of a tier 2 or tier 3 engineering college is working in an MNC. His entire job is writing a piece of code or maybe testing it. He is an individual contributor. So his current situation is simple. He is a graduate of an engineering college. He has 2 to 3 years of work experience in an IT company, and he is doing an individual contributor job. That is his current situation. Now coming to what he wants to do. Now his goals can be anything, but let's say in a very optimistic scenario, he wants to become a CTO of a company. He wants to be a technology leader of some company. Now to become a technology leader, he needs to have not just understanding of programming languages and technology terms. He also needs to understand how can he manage people, how can he manage business, how can he take the ownership of things, how can he delegate work, how can he manage stakeholders, how can he manage financials and at the same time technicals of a company at the same time. So he needs to understand the entire working of business. Now how can he get these skills? Obviously, with experience, he can gain all the skills, but MBA will help him understand the skills in a very structured and an organized way. And that's why his why MBA becomes a very, very good answer. He can always tell that I'm currently working in XYZ company. I'm working as an individual contributor. I'm writing my software codes, and this is my day-to-day activities. I want to become a CTO of a company at one day. Now, to become a CTO of a company, understanding of technology terms and technology is very important. But at the same time, you have to know a lot of things like people management, stakeholder management, communication, and other aspects of business like finance, strategy, and marketing is very important. Now, a lot of these things I might learn eventually during my job when I'll grow from a software developer to a CTO level. But having an MBA will give me a good understanding of all these things at one place in a very structured and organized way. So that's why I want to do an MBA. You can also think about your current situation, where you want to go, and create a story around why you want to do MBA. Let me know in the comment section what is your story about why MBA. See you in another video. Bye.